Have you ever wondered how to get scholarships? Where do they come from? How do you find them? And what happens afterwards? Paying for college can be very expensive. If you're looking for advice from students on how to get them, this video is for you.
Hi, my name is Kate. I am a junior at Point Park University studying for a degree in cinema production.
Hi, my name is Kiran Chaudhary. I go to NYU Tandon School of Engineering, and I am a first-year master's student studying cybersecurity.
So my name is Rihanna Davis. I graduated in spring of 2020 from Point Park University. I got my bachelor's degree in business management with a focus in marketing.
My name is Richard Fu. I am a junior at the University of South Alabama, and I'm majoring in biomedical sciences.
So I'm Reagan Nix. I'm a dance major at Point Park University, and I graduate in 2022, and I'm a junior.
I'm Kaylee Dill. I go to the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm in electrical and computer engineering, and I'm a third year but classified as a senior.
I'm Jordan Roddick. I am a senior multimedia student at Point Park University.
So I think looking for scholarships is kind of twofold because there are internal scholarships within your university and there are external ones that you can apply to at so many other different organizations and institutions, especially like if you're involved in extracurriculars in high school and different things. There's different things that you can apply for based off of what you're involved in. So I would just say maybe start Googling scholarships for certain categories. You know, like I've said, if you fall into a certain group of people, or if you come from a certain background, or if you're involved in certain activities, there's scholarships specifically for you. But for your school, I would definitely recommend looking at social media channels, searching the school's website, and different things like that.
So finding the right scholarship is definitely a long process, but I remember at my high school, our guidance counselor actually just had like a whole book filled with scholarships. So finding which ones you qualify for and finding which ones like you think you have a good chance at getting at and that are right for you, those sort of different conditions and qualifications. I think that there are a lot of opportunities for that if you put the work into it.
Kind of use your major, like type in keywords from your major and type in like fellowship, scholarship, see what kind of comes up. You can always use like scholarship websites like Niche, like there's Talo. So there's like definitely different websites that will offer just generic scholarships.
What I did is I looked for local organizations that were involved in the kind of work and education that I'm involved in. So this year I was the recipient of a scholarship from my local press club because I am involved in communications and journalism, and that was something that I found by looking. So that's what I would do. I would look for local organizations that applied to what you're studying, and I would keep an eye out for offers of endowed scholarships from your university.
When writing a personal statement, it's best to be honest and truthful and to be just completely you. With a personal statement when it comes to a scholarship, really what they want to see is they want to see who you are. So a personal statement is really meant to be a representation of who you are. So you need to write that thing yourself and then also really apply yourself and who you are personality-wise into those personal statements.
For auditions, like dance auditions, artistic auditions, particularly in the dance one, it was just smile and have a good time. And it's, it's harder to say that and then actually do it. Be you, because really the school that's gonna end up picking you it's because they like you.
So I really think that focusing on the question, that sounds kind of simple, but I think focusing on what they're actually asking is kind of the best way to start and maybe build a framework, and then just pull from your personal experiences, of what you think is going to answer the question that they're asking.
Definitely say to make sure you're following like the word count for sure. Like be cautious of what word count they have because you don't want to exceed that or write too much since they probably have a lot of applications. So you want to respect the word count.
So, one thing is that whenever you're in college, keep a lookout for any emails you might get about endowed scholarships, because a lot of universities in their separate schools have endowed scholarships either from really notable alumni or donors that students can apply for and receive. I received an endowed scholarship my junior year.
Yes, so every scholarship is a little bit different after you win it. So first off, usually you have to sign some sort of contract or there's some sort of contract attached to the scholarship. Also, some scholarships also require you to either visit some people or meet the committee. There's a lot of things that could be attached to different scholarships. There's such a wide variety of scholarships. Not everyone is going to be the same, and each one is going to have their proceedings go by a little bit differently. Some scholarships are skill-based. I know for me personally, I have a couple scholarships that are for specifically my work in the arts. And even though I have good grades, my work in the arts did also provide me with some scholarships.
So when I was a sophomore, I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a dance major quite yet. And so I went to NYCDA, which is a dance competition. They're nationals where they do a mass dance scholarship. So I went with no expectations, and I got my BFA dance scholarship before I even applied to the school.
Like in high school, I did some scientific research, sort of lab work stuff. So one of my scholarships came from an organization called Gorgas, and it was basically just a scholarship that came from a science project sort of presentation competition.
So, someone who's a National Merit Scholar, you qualify for that by taking the PSATs in, I believe, 11th grade, because it's the PSAT/National Merit Scholar qualification test. And basically, if you score high enough on that test, on your PSATs, which is scored in the same way that the SATs are scored, then you enter into sort of a semifinalist stage. And then when you're a semifinalist, you submit your application. And this looks more like a college application or job application where you put in your resume and the things you're involved in, and answer some essay questions, get some recommendations, and you submit that application, and then you can move on to the finalist standing. And then when you're a finalist for a National Merit Scholar, that's when you start getting offers from universities with their scholarship packages, or there's just a basic amount for being a National Merit Scholar, and usually the basic amount is a lot lower than for the packages that you're offered. And then you submit to the school that you want the award to be applied to, and then usually you end up going to that school and you get your National Merit Scholar award that way.
From UAB, since I am a girl in electrical and computer engineering specifically, there aren't very many women in this field, especially at UAB. I'm one of 5 or something. So I got a scholarship from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering for $1,000 a semester, basically to keep up my grades and stay in the program.
I really wanted to go to grad school, but I was just doing a lot of online research, and I knew that there were a lot of government programs involved in the field of security, and some scholarships within the government offer full tuition, and
so I think something that a lot of people have as a misconception is that you stop looking for scholarships once you get into college or once you become a freshman in college. Throughout all of my time at college, I was looking at scholarships. Before I entered college, I was looking for scholarships to start off my freshman year. You look for scholarships your sophomore year, junior year, senior year, you should always be looking for them because they apply no matter what year you are in college. You don't have to be a freshman.
Rejection never feels great. It never does. But nothing is ever finite. So if there's a school that you really want to go to, audition next year or transfer over. There's so much pressure put on to college kids or people going into college to pick the right school right away, which doesn't have to happen. You can transfer. College is about finding your way, and that comes in face with rejections too.
I would just say that scholarships, they're out there, so just keep your mind open when you're looking for them. Definitely do just, do a little research, because I never thought that I would actually end up at NYU until I bumped into these scholarships, solely because of the fact that I could not afford out-of-pocket costs. And thanks to these scholarships, I am actually able to go to my dream school. So looking for opportunities is literally all you have to do. It's literally that one step that you need to make between making your dreams come true.
So for making a portfolio, I think it's different for every student depending on your field of study and whatnot. But for me, I used the website portfolium.com, and that's a really easy way for you to upload school projects from internships and things, in terms of pieces that you've written or, photos that you've taken if you're in journalism, photography, different things like that. So those kind of online portfolios that already have the framework filled out, and then you just have to go enter in the work that you've done, are pretty easy to use.
So it's always really, really important to hold yourself highly, especially in social media, because scholarships are given and can be easily taken away at the same time. So you really do have to be careful about your own personal image and keep it professional online, because you never know. It's not just your employers that are going to be seeing it, but it's the world that sees it.
I personally used Khan Academy a lot to do SAT studying. I know that you can sort of use your PSAT results, and then they will formulate ways for you to study that are just personalized to you based on your strengths and weaknesses that you exhibited in the PSATs. So I would definitely recommend doing that, because it's very personalized and it will be very catered to what you specifically need to work on. Because the PSATs and the SATs are, basically the same test. They're both administered by the College Board. So.
Well, one thing about school is you need to have people around you that'll motivate you. So if you can find other people around you who are motivated and want to have the same accomplishments as you in life, just find somebody who can motivate you.
To remain open-minded. A lot of my colleagues and fellow classmates were particularly set on one school. And I found myself very grateful because I didn't have that. And so a lot more doors opened up for me. And even the best fit school just kind of arrived at my doorstep. And I wouldn't have seen that if I was focused on one particular school.